More news in the Portland National Guard saga. A district court judge has said, no, you can't deploy the National Guard there. Then that went to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, where three randomly selected judges heard the case. Two Trump appointed judges, and the other, I believe, is a Clinton appointed judge, but appointed by a Democratic president. It was a 2-1 decision, with the two Trump judges saying, no, the district court got it wrong. You can deploy the National Guard there. The dissenting judge wasn't very kind in her response, basically saying, you guys are nuts. Well, usually then it will go to the United States Supreme Court, but there is another step in the process that sometimes happens, and it's called en banc. It's spelled ENBANC, and it basically means the whole court, the whole Ninth Circuit would hear it. Now, it's not actually the whole Ninth Circuit because it's a very large circuit, but 11 judges will now hear the case after a majority of the circuit court judges in the Ninth Circuit said that they wanted to hear it en banc. I'm not sure if those 11 are randomly selected. I think so, but I'm not certain. So now they'll hear the case. And in the meantime, because they decided to do that, the ruling from the 2-1 decision, the three-judge panel, is now vacated. And so we're back to the district court judge's order being in effect. All of this while there's supposed to be a 3-day trial starting tomorrow, Wednesday, to actually hear the merits of the case. Keep in mind, we've just been temporary restraining order, preliminary injunction territory. Those are things that happen before the trial. Once there's a trial, then potentially there's a permanent order to say, no, you can't do that. That'll happen after the trial. Now, part of the reason the Ninth Circuit decided to actually take this case en banc is because there's already some precedent in the Ninth Circuit when California sued and won to say that the guard couldn't be in Los Angeles. And the judge says, well, they can for some circumstances, but not for other circumstances. And the Ninth Circuit said that was okay. This new case seems to be contrary to that, and that's not something the circuit wants. They only take a couple en banc cases a year. This is one of them. Once that decision is actually made, then it'll go to the Supreme Court, and very likely the Supreme Court will say it's just fine for the National Guard to be there. But in the meantime, there will have been a trial, and now we'll have facts on the record as determined, I think, by the judge. I don't think it's a jury trial. Not sure. Anyway, clear as mud. Hopefully better than mud, but not by much.